Hi, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scribo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for Taroscopes. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Sag. See my Sag? Oh, wait. There. For the month and also for the whole year. So there'll be a special card in the tarot reading that will indicate specifically for January. So I'll let you know when we get to that. I'm going to just talk a little astrology to start, and then we're going to do a 3-card pull on using the Illuminated Earth Oracle, and then I'll get to the tarot reading with I'll be using the Light Seers deck. So astrologically, Jupiter, your ruling planet, is now back in Aries. It moves into Aries at the end of, well, towards the end of December. Is it the 19th? 20th. It moves into Aries back. It moves back into Aries on the 20th. And, Sagittarius, while your ruler was going through Pisces, there was a lot of things that you needed to understand, spiritual stuff, a sense of an ending of a cycle, extracting meaning from your experiences of the last 12 years from, the last time when Jupiter moved into Aries, that 12 years ago was coming to an end in December, and now it's back in Aries, and we're starting a new cycle. So there's this sense of moving forward for you. Aries is your house of creativity, so this is new creative projects. So you really could be feeling the energy of wanting to create some new projects for yourself. And then it goes into Taurus in this year too. So that's, the idea, and then the actual creation. So highly, highly creative time for you. Now, Pluto is moving into Aquarius for a couple of months from the 23rd of March to the 11th of June. And Aquarius is Aquarius is a sextile energy to Sag. So it's mentally stimulating. It brings, opens the lines of communication, as it were. So it's an exciting time, and the communication is the communication with the soul, or even the collective soul, Of course, Sagittarius is a sign of wisdom, great wisdom, and of teachers. So it is a time, teachers have kind of been under a lot of, teachers have been under fire for a long time, literally, figuratively, on so many levels. And I feel a change in how we learn anyway. We have information available to us in a way that we never had before. Of course, as to whether there's a verification of the information is another story. And sometimes a matter of opinion more than an actual fact, right? So we are certainly having to figure out some pretty profound truths. And of course, Sag is the sign of profound truth. So you guys are going to be busy as we continue to move in this new world that we find ourselves in. We also have Saturn moving into Pisces. Now, Saturn to you, Sagittarius, in Pisces is a first quarter crisis in action square. So this is sort of a call to action to really make things that people can use and tools that people can use in order to navigate their way forward in this, again, new world, in this new world that we find ourselves in. So that, I think, goes hand in hand with the idea of being super creative and actually making the tools that help to enlighten others, whether it means you're writing a book or you're creating a card deck or you're creating art or whatever it is that you're doing, or you're helping to develop a platform for this information, this light information that's going to help us understand ourselves better. Yeah, so that's definitely something. All right, so I think that's good. The nodes do shift this year. The North Node right now is in Taurus at the beginning of the year, is there until the end of July, and then it goes into Aries. And then the South Node, you know, in Scorpio moves into Libra. So with the North Node in Taurus, we've come to understand what we need to survive, what we need to do, what we need to survive. And when the North Node goes through Aries, it's going to be about oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? Initiating new solutions and new ideas and inspired ideas. I think 2026 is going to be a real turning point year. Not in small parts of the fact that Saturn and Neptune will conjoin in the first degree of Aries. Very, very powerful shift. So we have a lot of work to do before we get there, but that is definitely a power point for all of us. Yeah. Okay. So let's pull the Illuminated Earth Oracle. You know, if I was a guessing gal, I might think that Claire Mack is actually a Sagittarius, because, or have some pretty heavy duty Sagittarius in her chart, because her cards are very much have that energy. Okay, let's see. First card out, transient. This is the third time I've picked this card. This is about changing. Things are changing. So I think it's to help us deal with some of the fear that we might have around the change. This is just change, and change is always there. It seems that we had been sort of stuck in a box for so long that this seems like sudden, but this change has been happening, and it's been happening on the outskirts. It doesn't, like, change starts on the fringe and then comes into the center and then disrupts it so much that things start to flow out and flow away, and it's time to build sort of a new platform, a new earth, as it were. Okay. What else do we have? The underworld. So there's a sense of going into the underworld. What is the underworld? What is the underworld? The underworld is where the shadow is. It's our feelings. It's facing the abyss, rock bottom, or just looking into the idea of nothingness. And then let's see what's next. Patience. It's about going into the underworld and then coming up with I see these crystals, they grow underground, right? with the treasure of the earth. The earth, you know, in a way, crystal is, especially quartz crystal, is sort of like, I would call it vibrationally highly attuned earth, right? Powerful, powerful, but it takes time. It takes time. So these three cards seem a little disjointed. Um, I want to say this too shall pass. Spend your time diving into your underworld, your feelings. This is important. This is a time of that, and have patience that the light is shining, and that more and more and more and more people will see the light. So it's really, you know, it's kind of like that idea of heal thyself, healer, heal thyself. Chiron is a satyr. Chiron, the mythological figure, not a satyr, a centaur, half man, half horse. He was the only centaur, I believe, that was able to overcome his lower nature. He was highly educated. He was a great healer. He understood nature and the healing properties of plants. All of this is in the archetype of Sagittarius. So you are a healer of the earth and from the earth, Sagittarius. And it's time for the message to get out there that the earth needs us and that we need to be good to her. All right, let's do the tarot reading now. And we're going to use the Light Seers. I love this deck because it really is filled with light. I love the images. They're very modern. I feel very connected to the younger set when I use this. Now I don't know because I don't know what the younger generation used for cards, but if you're looking to get your young granddaughter maybe, or somebody who's interested in this, a good set of cards to work with, I really like these cards. I like the imagery. Understandable for the modern. You know, some of these other cards are kind of cult and it's hard to understand and they're symbolic, but this really has spirit in it. Spirit of youth. And there's something about fire signs that keeps them eternally youthful. It's the light that shines from them. It's because the flame within them is eternal and it shines right through them. All the fire signs can do that. They just do it in different ways, generally. Okay. Where are we at? Oh my God, you're going to love this. The Fool on the precipice. Look at the crystal in her hand. What did I say about crystals? Being the highly vibrational light perfection of the earth, to channel the energies of the earth. Yeah, whole new beginning, a leap of faith, my Sagittarian friends. What challenge is that? The King of Swords. The fear that you maybe don't think you know enough, which is ridiculous because if anybody knows anything, it's you, Sagittarius. Or it could be somebody's telling you, an expert is telling you, oh, you can't do that. Don't do that. Whatever. Could be that. But I also think that it may have more to do with you having to cut away something in your life in order to make that leap of faith. And that's the challenge. It's a hard thing to move away from something that is maybe been in your life for a long time and there's a certain comfort to it, but you know that it's stopping you from evolving further or, you know, taking that leap of faith. There's a lot of pain underneath this, Sagittarius. There's a lot of pain. The Nine of Swords you know, there's a lot of suffering in the world, and it hurts you. It really hurts you. You hate to see people suffer if they don't have to, you know. In the past, we have strength. So we know you're strong. We know that you can you can be strong and gentle at the same time. Strength and you know, telling somebody what they don't want to hear necessarily, but doing it with the gentleness of a lamb, so that they feel that it's coming from a place of love is quite a feat, and you are good at it, and you have mastered that, I think, to a certain extent. Practice makes perfect, right? In the sky, we have the Page of Pentacles. So there's a new opportunity with balance. There's a new opportunity for a project, maybe some money for a new project, something like that. So it could be a creative project, of course. Immediate future, and this is the January card, is the Two of Pentacles. So you have to balance. Somebody else got the Two of Pentacles in their reading. Might have been Pisces. You need to balance your finances in January. Stabilize your finances. That's primary. That's primary. Figure out what you need to have, what you owe, all that stuff that needs to happen. January, busy January. How it's seen from the outside. Change of fortune. Things are changing for you. People see it. People feel it. That's good. Domestic situation. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. I like this Knight of Wands because she's digging it. She's playing the bongos. Playing the bongos. This is Sheldon playing the bongos, right? Remember that from Big Bang? Getting the energy moving. The house is rocking and rolling. The energy is moving. Your home becomes a spiritual center with this energy. Pretty cool. Hopes and fears, the Six of Cups. Fond memories. Fond memories. Oh, you could be worried the past is going to come back to haunt you or something, but it seems like just like a wistful card. Sometimes you wish you were a kid again, so all the responsibility wasn't on your shoulders, kind of energy. Your outcome, we have the Eight of Swords, so we still have some mental stuff here. Remember, the bottom of this reading was the Nine of Swords, dealing with your trauma. I think this is a year of dealing with your trauma. Dealing with your trauma. The outcome as the Ten of Swords is having you have to utilize your intuition to move through this, whatever mental block you have. You can't think your way out of this. You have to intuit your way, perhaps, or even, well, physically, it's really becoming aware of where your mind gets in the way and where your mind prevents you from being free. That's what you're going to learn this year, Sagittarius. We have the Eight of Wands, so information coming in fast and furious. That's a Sagittarius card. The World, the end of a cycle. So I think this is the end of that anxiety, the end of that really sort of digging deep for that and finding that shadow, that wound. And through creative projects, like it's not all like this is how you do it. You have to talk about the feelings and what you went through in order to release it into the world to help others heal, and for you yourself, your own healing. Knight of Cups. Underneath it, the Moon. And then the Ace of Wands. So there's this energy of around love and promises, and falling into a state of victimization around that, perhaps, but then ultimately it being the fodder for your creativity. It becomes the creation, the journey out of perhaps the water. That's Pisces energy. That's Saturn and Pisces. So as Saturn goes through Pisces, we're all going to be kind of dealing with, residual healing, forgiveness issues, and all of that. That's all going to come up, and it needs to be expressed so that we can move on. There's a lot of healing going on, so a lot of healing going on. But you, I think, are going to do well. I mean, Sagittarius is associated with the Temperance card, which is the trial by fire. So if you pick yourself to be a Sagittarius in this lifetime, there is a trial by fire to be had, and you are doing it. And it's a big learning experience for all of us, and especially for you. So thank you. Thank you for being willing, Sagittarius. All right. Have yourself a wonderful month. I'll see you at the end of this month for your February Taroscopes. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, maybe you would like to subscribe. If you are, if you could like. If you really love me, no. If you would like to support my work, I do have a Patreon page. It's brand new. Doesn't have a lot of stuff on it yet. It's mostly to help support my work on YouTube, but I do put some special things on that one. So, and I'll figure out how to let you know about that. I just don't have it figured out yet. And, working. I'm still trying to wrap up, my mom's stuff and the like. So, if you're patient with me, I'd appreciate it. All right. So I'll see you again next month. If you never see me again, have a wonderful year. Never gonna watch her again. Whatever. It comes from my heart to yours. All right. Have yourself a great day, and I will see you again next month for the Taroscopes of Sag for the month of February. Until then, see me in the morning. I do astrology every morning. Okay. Take care, everyone. Namaste.